to OK Sister Podcast. My name is Mads.
Whoa.
I kind of look like Scout today.
Nobody told me we were going.
We're rolling, babe.
Wow.
You see me rolling. They hate
hating.
it. Okay, speaking of rolling, hating.
Who's rolling and who's hating?
I am creating the Bachelorette
Who?
playlist.
What's that one song? I never can remember, and then when I get it, I'm so happy. Oh, have you ever seen a with a butterfly door stunting
It's a habit. Get like me.
I love put that one in there.
David Banner.
David Banner.
Yes.
David Banner. Where's David Banner?
Yeah. So,
You know what? Where's Mike Jones? Where's Mike Jones?
You know what? We don't need to go down this rabbit
Okay,
hole.
got it.
Anyway, so that song reminded me that The Bachelorette, it's in many, many months, but the playlist is alive and well. It's
Oh my
happening.
God. I'm
it's
so
happening.
excited. That is something I can help with.
I don't need your help on that.
Okay.
So welcome to the Tulum recap.
Finally.
Because we have not shut the fuck
Honestly, like
up
when
about
you say
going
that
to
you
Tulum.
were making Bride your personality, I'm like, no.
You made Tulum your whole personality.
We made this podcast all about us going to Tulum.
I know.
Not just me. You did it too. We were only talking about Tulum.
We like desperately needed this vacation, I think is what it boiled down to.
Very much so.
But we want to do a little recap of our time in Tulum because it was, I mean, magical, question mark, like just absolutely stunning. It's funny because I have a lot of thoughts on Tulum itself as a city.
Yeah.
Like I would never
Go there.
actively go there. Like I think people were like, huh? You went to Tulum? Like,
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's kind of basic and it's kind of run its course.
Yeah.
That being said, we do Tulum so differently, and Scout's been on this trip 3 times, the exact same trip, and I've been on it twice. So knowing just about that trip, like it could have been it doesn't have to have been in Tulum, but it just happened to be.
It's really the hotel.
It's the hotel.
We go there for
we
the
go
hotel.
there for this exact hotel. It's called Mady. We do not leave the hotel, and we just stay there and stay there. The only time we left. Oh, let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because you were there for a week and a half before we showed up.
No, a week.
A week.
It was our week. So talking about how Tulum is basic now. So
Yeah.
Adam and I went to Tulum on our honeymoon back when like Tulum was not Tulum.
Yeah.
So Adam and I have a very different emotional attachment and connection to Tulum because we went there before it got crazy trendy. Then by the time we went back at my 30th birthday, obviously like the kind of like Vegas Euro trash vibe
Yes.
hopped in.
It is Vegas. It's Ibiza. It's
Ibiza, yeah, the wrong side of the island of Ibiza. So that is why, and we just have this one thing, and we go there because we know, like it's where you unplug, it's where you reset, it's where you connect in, and we know that hotel is gonna give that
for you.
to us.
Totally.
So I went a week before everyone else did, including Lily Girl. Adam and I went alone. We did see the Rolling Stones the night, like 2 nights before we left. So we like drove up to LA, saw the Rolling Stones, then drove back, and then went to Tulum, which was crazy.
Week.
But the Rolling Stones are my biggest bucket list
Yes,
ever.
I forgot about it. I didn't even ask you about it.
Yeah, so I feel like it was kind of a kickoff to Tulum because
Yeah.
Lily left with my mom for the week, and so it was, just me and Adam. When Mick Jagger came on, I cried.
Sobbed.
I cried. I fangirled like he was a 25-year-old heartthrob, and
Totally.
he's 80. Let me tell you something about those men. Wow. 80 years old. We joke that was the day we all stopped liking Joe Biden because we realized Joe Biden and Mick Jagger are the same age.
Oh, my God.
And we're like, what?
Yeah.
How is that possible? Mick Jagger was shaking his
He
toe
got the
fist.
moves like Jagger. He got the moves like Jagger.
Yeah, and that song was just,
Yeah, a
I'm
lot.
sure Mick Jagger hated that song so much.
Yeah, actually, I would really love to know what
That's
he
why
thinks.
I was like, why would you release that song knowing that Mick Jagger is going to hate that song?
I'm sure do you think Maroon 5 like ran it by him? Or like showed it to him before they released it?
I'm sure he only said yes if like they offered him money.
Can you use his likeness? Yeah, no. I
Yeah,
don't
because he's a
think you
public
need to-
figure.
No, but
You don't have
Taylor
you don't-
Swift says Charlie Puth in her fucking.
yeah.
You think
You
she
don't need-
paid Charlie
no,
Puth?
you don't have to.
No, exactly.
So it was a spiritual experience.
Totally.
Sympathy for the Devil was beyond amazing.
Can you sing a little bit of that?
Yeah. Please allow me to introduce
yes, got it.
myself. I'm
Yes.
a man of wealth.
Okay. All right. Stop.
And
I just asked for a
taste.
little bit. Okay. Next.
Been around
Okay.
a long
All right, we got it.
Anyways. And then you can't always get what you want.
Totally.
Oh my God.
Totally.
It was amazing. So that was the kickstart, me seeing the greatest band of all time live, my universe sign, my everything. Then we went to Tulum, and Adam and I were there for a week, and we really
You guys took advantage of it.
we took advantage of it because last time when we went with you guys, we didn't take advantage of the wellness classes they have. We did it when you left, and we were really upset that like on the last day we did one. So the unique thing about this hotel is they have wellness and spiritual classes that are free to people who are staying at the hotel. So they have yoga, they have somatic healing, they have dance, they have ice bath.
They had that like ceremony that you did.
We did a Temescal ceremony.
Yeah.
So Adam and I really looked at this. You know, we've had a little bit of a crazy year, my husband and I, new parents, business stress. He, you know, finally defended his thesis at his PhD. So this was kind of like we were waiting for this moment of release. And so we really took advantage of it. So, I mean, my husband really took advantage. He went to like 3 classes a day.
I was like,
I need also beach and tacos.
Yeah,
I need both.
Yeah. It's called balance.
Called balance. But every day we would just wake up. We would walk over to breakfast, eat breakfast. Then we would either go straight to the pool or go to a class and then go to the pool. And then after the pool and beach, we'd go and get ready for dinner and then go back to dinner. And for 4 days, because we stayed on the property, we went to one dinner outside the property, but for 4 whole days, since the whole property is basically on the beach outside, I did not put shoes on. Like I did not.
I don't know. I didn't either.
I did not put shoes on for over 4 days.
No, I didn't either.
I would walk and eat in the restaurants.
Look at us just grounding into the earth.
Amazing.
I mean, the whole grounds is sand. So like there is, you cannot wear shoes anyways.
Yeah, you can wear your Havianas if you want.
No.
But I would say the biggest spiritual and healing breakthrough that we did was the Temescal ceremony, which is, essentially, I don't know the right verbiage, so don't quote me on this, but it's a sweat lodge ceremony, an ancient sweat lodge ceremony where you go into this very small hut. It usually is packed with 12 people, and there was only 3 of us in there. So Adam, myself, and this one other man, and which we're very lucky. And I'm so happy there was not 12 people because it's so small and you get very claustrophobic. And it's totally dark, and you sit in there, and they steam like these fire rocks, I think. I don't know, whatever. They light something, and it gets so hot. I have never sweat so much in my entire life. It was such a mental game to not run out.
It's kind of like the cold plunge. Like it's like
it's
just
the
extremes.
cold plunge times 1,000.
Yeah.
Because you were in there for an hour.
Yeah, that's insane.
They open the doors and like give you some relief 3 times throughout the hour, but you are stuck there.
Totally.
And you feel so claustrophobic because there's steam all around you, and you are sweating bullets on fucking dirt. And she's singing songs, and you can't see, and you can't breathe. Like, you cannot breathe. So
Sounds like something they would do on The Bachelor.
you have to. No, they would not do this on The Bachelor. You, at the end, like, all 3 of us were on the floor, literally creating like moaning sounds out of our mouths to breathe through the torture that it is.
Yeah.
And then you hit a tipping point, and it is like you
On
go to a
drugs.
different world.
Yeah.
You go to a different world.
It's like ayahuasca.
I honestly left, and I was like, if I had the choice to do that over a psychedelic, I would choose that because
Wow.
it achieves the same result in a way that's, I'm not saying psychedelics aren't healthy,
Right.
but in a way that's yourself. Like you did that. Like a
Yeah.
substance didn't do that to you. You did that.
Yeah.
And that's my whole thing with a lot of the psychedelic stuff is that I feel like I don't want to say it's better. For me, I like reaching those states naturally.
Totally.
Because I feel like
That's
that
kinda
creates
like
lasting impact.
I mean, it's like breath work. Like you literally
Yes.
can feel high if you
Yes.
just did breath work.
So to get through that, you have to do the most intense breath work of your life,
Right.
like really slow inhales and like audible, like you have to let
Groans.
sounds out.
Totally.
Really. And
Totally.
the other guy in there, like he was going through it. Like dude was releasing some shit.
Dude was releasing.
He was.
Wow. Okay. Fabulous.
So that was amazing.
Spiritual.
Yeah. And I dressed up the whole time. I had all my outfits planned. I rocked the bikini, as we spoke about. The first half of the trip, someone DM'd me, my friend Jen. She's like, "You look fucking amazing." I was like, "Thanks. I'm going into luteal today though," and so the bikini pictures are done. She's like, "Girl, you look like you're in follicular," and I was like, "This is the types of conversations I need in my life."
Hashtag luteal, hashtag follicular.
But anyways, yeah. So we just stayed on the property. Adam and I, classes, eat, beach. We got into a routine. We had the same tacos for lunch. I sat at the same place at the pool. We did meditation class. We ate. Oh God, they had a new, what's it called? The
Omakase.
Sushi? Omakase. Wow.
Wow.
Didn't know how much it cost. Got the bill.
Oh yeah, omakase
Woo.
is a hefty bill.
But that was one of the best sushi experiences of my life. We also ate at B, which is the sister hotel next door, which was really nice. That's an adults only hotel, so it's like no Mady, but a little less communal. Like it's a little colder almost. If that makes sense in vibe.
I love Nomade, even though I would never choose a non-adult only place. Like I'd rather have no kids. But something about Nomade is so much better. And also Lily was coming, so there's no way.
Yeah. So anyways, that was Adam. Yeah. Adam and I had an amazing time together.
It felt like when we arrived, you guys seemed so restored.
Yeah.
So happy and blissful.
And you know what? Our relationship is
better for it.
So
this
good.
is why people need to do stuff like that. Like,
well, this is what so let me just, before you talk about your experience, I left Lily for a week to do this. And there was a lot that went through my mind around that because that's a long time to leave your baby. And there's a lot of guilt that comes up. There's a lot of this, there's a lot of that. But I had to come back to the point that Lily will have better parents if Adam and I take this time.
Yeah.
Because Adam and my cup was so run down, not just individually. And when you're individually run down, you don't have time to come together as partners in the fullest expression that you can. And that was a season of our life that we went through, which was a little bit more survival mode for the two of us. And so we needed this time separately, and then we needed this time for us together. Especially after you have a kid, you have to really remember and nurture that relationship. And so I just kept telling myself that Lily deserves the parents that are on the other end of this trip because we didn't just sit around and fucking party for a week.
No. You guys did the work.
Did all the work. We did all the clearing. We did breath work. We did meditation. We did resting. We did bonding. We talked about what we want, how we want to be together moving forward and all the stuff. And when we came home, it was like rough to integrate that new version of our relationship. But I feel like even just this week, it's been so amazing. And I'm like, this would not have happened if we did not take time. And the amount of insights that I found in my life were amazing. And so I think we really need to start normalizing and talking about parents taking time away from their children in ways that are going to fill themselves up as human beings and parents, because children deserve embodied, fulfilled, and present parents. And the only way to be that version of yourself is to create space in your life. So I'm so happy Adam and I, despite like the guilt and the this and the that around not being with her, did what we did.
Yeah. Love it. I know. I felt it for sure. So Benjun and I, as we said on this podcast, like crashed the party because we heard that Lily was coming, and we were like, we need to make this memory with her. And we got to Tulum. Honestly, I wish we had stayed like maybe one more day would have been great. We were there for 4 days. I think we should have definitely done one more day, but regardless, we got there and literally did nothing. It was fantastic. Like we just sat. I read, I think, a book a day. We sat on the beach. And I did not open Instagram or TikTok the entire time, which was wild. And I did not miss it at all, which was like kind of scary. And it made me realize like I really do need to find some sort of boundaries, or maybe there's a day like Sundays or something where I just like do not open the app. Like I don't need to open it if I'm not posting.
Yeah.
So that was really special.
I like that rule. You should start it.
Yeah, that was really special, like as a challenge for myself. And we just spent so much time with Lily. Benjun and Lily made sandcastles.
Wait, let's talk about like the main Lily moments.
Okay, the main Lily moments were Benjun and Lily made sandcastles together.
Okay, so Ben really recognized his opportunity here because
Yeah, Lily's a little hard to warm up to men, it feels like.
yeah, she is.
So,
But also if Adam and I are there,
yeah, but Ben is like so obsessed with her. So
he's willing to do what it takes.
He puts in the work to get her approval.
So she wanted to create sandcastles, and none of us wanted to get in the sand.
Yeah.
Ben was like, "Here's my in." So Ben went
Ben
in.
is totally fine with the sand,
my
unlike
God.
you and me.
Yeah, it was so cute watching them together. And then he needed to go to the ocean to get more water, and he told her,
yeah.
he was like, "I got to get more water for the sandcastle." So he went, and she
She
followed
him all the way
Ben's
to the beach.
face.
Oh my God.
When he came back, he looked at us and he goes, "She followed me."
She followed me. Did you see? I know. And then she was like playing with the ice, and he was giving her ice. It was just, it was so precious to watch.
The other core memory for me was watching you, Ben, and Adam in the plunge pool with a little naked Lily girl. Because we had a plunge pool in our room. So you guys all came over and you guys played in the plunge pool with her.
Yeah,
and she
was like throwing the water. Oh my
totally
God.
naked. It was the cutest
She's so
little thing.
my
It was
God, I
so
love
cute.
her.
That moment was so happy for me.
And then the last night, Ben and I, someone had moved into the room right next to us, and there was a screaming baby, and we couldn't fall asleep, so we called the front desk, and they moved us into the biggest suite they had. It was insane. There was also a plunge pool. There was a kitchen. There was a living room. It was amazing.
Yeah, so that's something that was like also elevated about this experience because we've never been in the suites at this hotel.
You were in a suite,
Yeah.
and then we got to experience a suite at the end. Which was so nice of them to like mini upgrade us, but obviously we left the next day. But that was like a fun little treat.
The last dinner
end.
was hard.
The last dinner was hard. There were tons of mosquitoes, bug bites. It was very, very humid and hot.
It was like so
And
humid, and Lily was.
We realized that Lily doesn't like the heat, like her auntie and like her mom. She does not handle heat well, and it got the best of her because the moment she went into air conditioning, she was fine.
She was really struggling at that dinner,
Yeah,
and
it was a
I was
lot.
like, "Why are you doing this?" I was like, "Oh yeah, if I was not a socially conditioned human being, I would be screaming at this humidity."
Right. Like if I didn't know why it's just probably for the first time she's felt humidity.
Yeah, she was, but there was weirdly a raccoon that hung out at that restaurant.
Disgusting.
And Lily was all about that raccoon,
Yeah.
and really wanted
All
to hang
about
out.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that distracted her for a second. So
Totally.
grateful to the raccoon for that. But literally, I was like, oh, she must just like, I think the day's a wash for Lily at this point.
Yeah.
But then we went back to the hotel, AC, fucking thriving again.
She was raging.
Yeah, she was raging.
A switch was turned.
She was jumping on
I
the
mean,
bed.
look, it's like her auntie. Like that's me.
I mean, it was insanely
Yeah.
hot. But I would say overall, wouldn't
No,
you say
she did really good.
for that level of an international travel,
Totally.
not being in her
Routine.
She slept in bed with me, which was so sweet.
She's so cute. And then we both went to the spa separately.
We didn't talk about the spa.
The spa. I mean, what is
I
there to say?
gifted
The spa
Mads a spa gift
for my 30th.
For her 30th birthday.
Oh yeah, this was also like my 30th birthday present to myself and to all.
Heartwood was amazing. for your
Heartwood.
30.
That was the one time we left the hotel was to go to Heartwood.
well, and that other dinner the last night, but we just
yeah,
walked.
but it was across the street. This is the one we went into like the part of Tulum to a restaurant called Heartwood, and it was so phenomenal.
Heartwood is so
The
good. And then
margaritas. Oh my god.
the margaritas were so good. And then we went to get gelato. How cute was Lily eating gelato?
Oh, just everything. was
Lily in the
perfect.
middle of Tulum
I
drinking
know.
gelato.
No, it was perfect. And then again, like just really did nothing. It was fabulous. Reading, relaxing, and spending time with baby Lily.
I love how the end Ben was like, being with Lily confirms that I want a kid and also confirms that I don't want one today.
Absolutely. No, I say this every time I see Lily. Like at first I see her and I'm just like, oh my God, I need one of my own. Like I just like need right now. And then like
Something happens.
Then you play sandcastles with her for 2 hours and you're like, I don't want to ever be around a child again. Like
or she's like, again.
No,
No, she doesn't do
she doesn't
anymore.
do
But she speaks. She speaks
She doesn't
now.
speak.
She literally said I
mute.
would like more salmon.
Well,
she speaks all the
She has
time.
not spoken to me, so I don't. Until she speaks to me, I'm not gonna believe it. Anyway, so that was Tulum.
Yeah.
Any other parting wisdom about the trip?
You know, it honestly feels like so long ago at this point.
I know.
It's only been a couple weeks since we've been
I
back,
know.
I really think Tulum for me was saying like symbolically the end of a chapter, entering a new one.
Yeah.
Being gone for that long was so interesting. I was gifted a major gift of. You said you didn't go on Instagram. I did not go in my inbox. I did not speak to my team. I literally did no work for 10 days, which is fucking wild. I was like, wow, I'm getting 10 days off work, which as an entrepreneur never happens.
Totally.
I'm getting 10 days off work and a week off parenting. Like, this is crazy. So I seriously took advantage.
That's good because you can kind of trip yourself up, I feel like, and not be present in it. And feel guilt, and I'm glad that you were able to.
No, like, what am I, like, these opportunities are not going to come around.
Exactly, so you have to take advantage.
Yeah.
Love it.
That was kind of
Would you recommend people go to Tulum?
Should we?
No, do you recommend people go to Tulum? No.
Not everyone.
I say, listen.
Like,
I
specific people.
There's a town.
It's hard because the way I talk about it, people are like, I'm going to go, and I'm like, you shouldn't.
You should not go. Listen to the thing. There's a town that's right south of Tulum that I think has the same magic that Tulum once had. It's about the hotel and the aesthetic of, that region of Mexico and the more spiritual elements of it. If you can find that in a different city in Mexico, go there.
I mean, it's difficult to get to Tulum.
It's very difficult to get to. They do have an airport now, which is great, so you don't have to go to Cancun.
Oh, the airport was Tulum coded.
Yeah. So
it was like Disneyland.
Yeah. So like, I wouldn't recommend going to Tulum, but I would recommend going to this hotel, to Mady, or finding something similar.
Yeah.
In a different
The next
city.
one I want to go to is Oaxaca.
Yes. Same.
That's the other place I want to go to. But yeah, I think Tulum will always hold a place.
It's a special place in our heart. It is like embarrassing that we keep saying we're going to Tulum, but
no,
I don't
because
think it's embarrassing.
I don't think it's embarrassing because I went before it was this. So I don't.
The first time we went, it was right on the precipice of it turning like ratchet.
Yeah, and I did not know that was happening.
No, we did
I
not
got
know.
there. Remember how confused I was?
Yeah, they were offering us cocaine in the bathroom.
Yeah, which
we were
honestly, like
what?
I could never find drugs in college. I don't know how people found drugs. I was
go to the Tulum
I literally
bathroom.
was always like, how do people find drugs? You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden in Tulum, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, wow.
I've never been offered drugs in my life.
It's scary, yeah.
But yeah, I think I'll always go back when I really need that restoration thing for me versus like when I want to go on a luxury, like all out vacation, I might go somewhere else. But I think Adam and I will go back continuously over the years when him and I are like, hey, we're really burnt out.
Totally.
We need that spiritual inner healing. Let's go to Tulum for a week.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Let's go to Mady for
Let's
a
go
week.
to Mady. Let's like cut out the part about Tulum.
Yeah. Well, I'm so happy that you came with us.
I'm so I mean, I don't regret it at all. It was fantastic. I wish I stayed longer.
How cute were Lily's dresses?
Lily was like the fashion icon of the century.
Lily is a fashion icon.
Yeah, she's a fashion icon, and it was fabulous. I had the best time.
Yeah.
And
now we're back.
Now we're back to the grind, but
kind of.
I
don't know. I feel like things have really. I don't know. Have you been feeling like massive transformations in the last couple weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we'll speak on another podcast that I'm a homeowner, but.
Oh, right.
So there's like a lot going on.
We have a lot of updates.
We have a lot of updates.
That's true.
Okay, great.
Well,
so that was the Tulum
sisters.
recap. We love you, sisters.
And what if they're all like, that was it? That was it?
That was
like,
it?
All these months and that's all you have to fucking say?
Well, because we literally did nothing. Or at least I did nothing. But
I did nothing either. And honestly, that was exactly what it was for.
That was what it was for.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, love you, sisters. See you next Monday.
Bye.